Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you like to hear someone talk about cats, rats, dogs, or reptiles, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. I have been hauling all this stuff in here into my reptile room. It's super hot, so I just kind of soppily threw my hair back and everything, but I apologize. I'm sweating. It's hot in here. It's like middle of summer. I live in Texas. Not quite middle of summer yet, but it's a hot day. So this room gets really hot on some days. Anyways, I know I told you guys a while ago that I got this huge enclosure behind me and I was going to put all 6 White's tree frogs in there, but they are not quite yet ready to all go in there yet. It is a 36 by 18 by 36 huge front opening enclosure. So it's like 3 feet tall, 3 feet wide, like a foot and a half. Okay, 3 feet tall, 3 feet long, and then like a foot and a half deep, I guess. We're actually going to put something else in there until it gets too big for it. And then we have a plan to move that up. And by then the frogs will be ready to move in there. So I'm not really going to reveal what that is yet, but I'm going to show you guys all of this really, really cool stuff that we got today for it. So we've got the huge tank behind me, enclosure behind me. It is supposed to be a polydarium, but we are not going to use it like that. I'm not even going to use it like that whenever I put the White's tree frogs in there. We want them to have as much climbing space from floor to ceiling as possible. So we're going to use it like that instead. So this right here will probably be a dead giveaway as to what we got. I'm still not revealing it yet. I am telling you guys it's very fragile right now. So it's a teeny tiny little baby. So we're just going to leave it at that. But I did get a Mega Ray bulb. I have a 160 and a 100 watt, so I'm going to try the 160 in there and see how that works. So make sure that that does all of the proper temperatures and everything. If it's too hot, I'm going to swap it out for the 100, but I do have a 160 and 100. And then of course we have to get the dome to go with it. So those are 2 have-tos for this. Now the rest of the stuff is kind of more of like the decor stuff, which is fun for me. So let's see. Let's start with what we got. Well, you know what? We did the lights, so we'll start with the pet store themed items, and then we'll move on to the others. I got this huge corkwood. This huge piece of corkwood. It's like shedding all over me, but it's huge. It's a big piece because it's got to fit in there comfortably. So we've got that. And then, shoot. Okay, I don't want to like, there. Don't move. It's gonna move. Hold on. Okay, so we got the huge piece of corkwood. And then we got these 2 just regular hammocks from PetSmart, the Thrive brand. They're pretty big. We've got 2 hammocks to add some elevations because like I said, that is going to end up being the White's tree frogs permanent enclosure. So for that, I will probably build some shelves into the side, but since we're not using it as that for the time being, until then, I need to make some shelves that aren't going to really affect whenever I do that. We've got these climbing ladders to make it easier for climbing around in there. We did get some reptile carpet. I'm not usually a really big fan of this, but I didn't want to use tile again. I do feel like it's small enough to where this isn't going to cause too much damage. However, nails on reptiles do get stuck in this sometimes, but they shouldn't be spending a whole lot of time on the ground. So this should work. I'm not covering the whole ground in it either. I just have to put some bricks and rocks and stuff down. So I want to make sure that it has a soft ground to lay on and not glass that I'm putting brick on. And I think that's all from the pet store, actually. Yes. So that's all from the pet store. And then we're going to move on what I got from Hobby Lobby. You guys, I'm a huge Hobby Lobby person when it comes to Hobby Lobby or Michael's. This just happened to be Hobby Lobby. Unfortunately, there's not a Michael's super close to my house. There's a Hobby Lobby literally down the street, so I tend to go there more than Michael's. I'm not going to lie, I prefer Michael's, but whatever. So we did get some garland that we're going to use in here. That's kind of cool. Possibly break that up in there, or maybe just leave it as a vine. We're not really sure how we're going to use it just yet. I got some more suction cups. And of course, I probably bought too much. I always end up buying too much stuff, but then I have it left over for next time. There actually is quite a bit left over from last time that I'm going to use as well in this build. Okay, this is like some really cool stuff. Some more garland. My husband and I really like this garland that we bought a couple bunches of it. It's like a super, there's 2 bunches here, but it's like a super mossy looking garland and it's really soft. And we really liked it. And all this stuff is 50% off, of course. And then we got several bundles of this kind of like viney greenery. So as you can see, we're going kind of tropical here. Okay, so I'll just tuck that back in here. There's only a few more items, really. Give me just 1 second. Okay. So then from Hobby Lobby, we also got these really cool branches. These were ridiculously cheap, guys. So cheap. They were like on sale. They were on clearance for like $4. So we got 2 bags of these. They're just really cool textured branches. They do have a whitewash on them, so we're actually going to, they're 48 inches. Dula Logs whitewash. Okay, so whatever. They have a whitewash on them, so we are going to use a sealant over them, let that dry completely and make sure, just to make sure that it is safe to put in there. So like I said, we got 2 bags of those. And then the last thing we got at Hobby Lobby was this little plant stand, which we're actually going to use to put the food bowl on there. So we're gonna put the food bowl on here so that it has somewhere that's not on the ground to get to its food if it wanted to. And then the absolute last thing we got was from the hardware store, which were some bricks, which I don't have in here to show you because I'm not carrying bricks around, and some rope to make kind of some cheap vines and stuff. I might braid some or twist some or whatever, but just to make some more cheap vines. Anyways, why don't you guys go ahead and leave in the comments what you think we might have brought home or what we're getting ready to bring home, and hang out, wait around, and maybe in the next couple of videos you'll see if you're right.